Hello, and welcome to the Battleship Brawl Companion. I'm Evil Fazergan. In this episode, I'll be reviewing the Mytilus by there's... I don't know if it's supposed to be gaming, but there's no I in it. So Gaming19. Unfortunately, this ship was quite incomplete. The AI, I've turned it off here for demonstration purposes, but the AI was merely set to on rather than combat, which means that the ship didn't actually move in the tournament. A flaw which proves, quite immediately fatal. It lost, it was eliminated from the tournament quite short order. And another downside is that it's barely using a third of the material cost. I think if this had if the cost had been pared down to one third of the material limit, and this had been entered as a functional 3-ship entry, it could actually have won perhaps a battle or two in the tournament. But unfortunately, it was not to. But let's talk about the ship itself. Despite its material deficiencies, it is painted. We've got twin racing stripes and these striped barrels here. It's got a unusual trimaran design. Most of it is made out of alloy. Alloy is very light. It's now cheaper than metal, which was a good move, I think, on the developer's part. Before, it was much more expensive than metal, much more fragile. It's still much more fragile. It is the least detectable of the major material types, which doesn't matter in this tournament since everyone has perfect detection by the game rules of the tournament. But it is something to keep in mind if you're designing for Netter in general. Now, I tend not to like alloy in this tournament since it's so much less durable than metal and not really much cheaper. I mean, it's always good to see something different. Let's fire up the engines. So, the speed is unstable due to the bobbing of this ship. This ship is not going to be easy to capsize due to any of the alloy. If any of the alloy gets underwater, it's going to push that part of the ship back up. But the speed is kind of unstable, probably averaging, say, 8 or 9 meters per second. A bit on the slow side. It's only got these 2 huge propellers for propulsion. Let's see. Oh yeah, turn rate. Okay, let's get going again. Turn rate is about 4 degrees per second, maybe slightly below average. Ship is healing a bit, but due to the alloy, it's not tilting that much, even though it has this bottom-mounted rudder, which would normally cause a severe roll moment. The ship only has a single AI, which is kind of a liability, especially if it's out here. Is this connected or anything? Let's see. Where is the AI? It's right here. Yeah, the alloy isn't going to stop much, but being out here exposed is not going to do the AI any favors. Internally, got just a single layer of alloy in most parts, including around the cannon. Yeah, the trimaran hull might block a few shots, but definitely not a whole lot. So this is going to be a quite fragile ship. If you look at the stats here, a metal block has 280 hit points and 10 armor, whereas an alloy block only has half as many hit points and half as much armor. So, I mean, the armor is paper thin. But let's talk about the weaponry. 6 guns is a decent number for a ship of this size. Unfortunately, they are quite poorly provisioned. I mean, the gauge is fine, but with only 8 ammunition boxes and even fewer explosive and hardening boxes, these shells just aren't going to have the power to do much damage to the enemy. And the internal construction is not particularly efficient either. We've got just 3 columns of ammo and material, and each of them only connected to 1 autoloader. So, I mean, that's really not going to do the damage of the gun any favors. That's about all I've got to say. I mean, it is a shame this ship was not fully functional for the tournament. I think we could have seen some good battles come out of it if it was a fully functional 3-ship entry. But regardless, thanks for entering Gaming19, and I'll see you all next time.